Gentlemen, today we're showing you 11 reasons girls think you're unattractive. Think being attractive is something strictly hardwired in your DNA that you have no control over? Well, the truth is that there are plenty of guys walking around with girls who seem out of their league because they did all the attractive things guys do, which end up boosting their attraction level well beyond the cards they were dealt. Plus, they learned to avoid the 11 reasons girls think guys are unattractive we'll be talking about in this video. And because we don't want you to overdo it and commit the one ultimate sin, at the end of this video, we're also going to show you the number one thing guys do when trying to be more attractive that always backfires. So let's get after it. Here are the 11 reasons girls think you're unattractive, plus the one thing we want you to avoid. Number 11, the wandering eye. One thing that girls definitely find unattractive is a guy with a wandering eye. Guys think that nobody notices when they're sneaking a glance around to scope out the scene. But a guy who can't stop checking out all the other girls does not go unnoticed, especially by the girl who expects to be the center of his attention. A guy with a wandering eye will make a girl question his ability to be a trustworthy partner. And it's one of the most unattractive things guys don't know they do that will quickly turn off any girl. Number 10, tire out your zygomatic majors. Your zygomatic majors are muscles on either side of your face, and they're responsible for pulling the corners of your lips upwards into a smile, or not. Guys with weak zygomatic majors will have a tired smile, or will simply smile less. And a guy who doesn't smile is simply one of the biggest turnoffs for women. So take care of those cheek muscles as you would any other muscle in your body, or risk coming off as a low-energy Debbie Downer. Number 9, lowly leather. Imagine this scenario.
You're at a fancy party, your outfit is on point, and you've been getting compliments from everyone there. In fact, you're chatting up one of the most attractive girls you've ever hit it off with. Life is good, and things are going well, until the girl looks down and notices the one thing you'd hope nobody would notice. Your belt looks like you found it in an alley on your way to the party. You notice her noticing how the holes are worn and the leather is cracked. So you try to divert her attention to whatever it is you guys were talking about before she got distracted. But it's too late. She's already lost interest. She excuses herself to grab another drink, even though hers is still filled to the brim. This wouldn't have happened if you had an Anson belt. That's because Anson belts are holeless and won't get those unsightly, stretched out craters in them. Instead, they utilize a notch system that's completely hidden from view, and it fits your specific waist size perfectly. Plus, they're made from the highest quality leather available that'll last you for ages. Full grain leather. And since each Anson belt is interchangeable with each Anson buckle, there are nearly countless combinations to match any outfit. The bottom line is, fellas, that's one of the reasons girls think you're unattractive, even when your outfit looks fantastic. Because of your old ratty belt throws them off and it makes you look like a bum. So try out Anson. 14,000 plus 5-star reviews say you won't be disappointed.
Number 8, lack of layers. While looks are one of the most important aspects of attraction, it doesn't mean attractive people only want to be admired for how good they look. That's because, like an onion, a parfait, or even a lovable ogre, people have layers to their personality beyond how they look on the outside. And guess what? The girl you're chasing doesn't want to only hear compliments about her appearance. What she really wants is for you to like her for who she is as a person. And for some reason, nice guys tend to fixate far too much on how a girl looks and end up ignoring the deeper layers to a girl's personality. So don't be the nice guy. Instead, actually get to know girls, because that's how you find a girl worth chasing. Number 7, the mannequin mistake. A guy with good fashion sense can get the girl's attention. It's one of the things women find very attractive. But the more important detail that guys can miss is the importance of having your own sense of style. A guy with his own sense of style shows that he knows who he is and that he's confident about it. However, a guy with some borrowed sense of style, aka a guy who looks like he stole the clothes straight off a mannequin, can give off a phony vibe that any girl will find unattractive. Number 6. Humor is hard. We're just gonna throw it out there. If you don't have a sense of humor, girls definitely won't find you attractive. A man who can't tell a joke is basically a brick wall. Think about it. Girls love to laugh, and they want to spend time with someone who makes them laugh, which means no matter how good or bad your sense of humor is, it doesn't hurt to hone it in and memorize some jokes that make everyone laugh. Because here's a little secret about the people whose jobs it is to make you laugh. You know, comedians. Their stand-up specials you've seen on Netflix have been rehearsed over and over and over again, to the point that they can do that set in their sleep. Plus, any host you see at the Oscars or on late-night television have a team of writers who work together to write their jokes for them. So if you struggle with humor, start with the basics of memorizing some jokes, even if they're not yours, and mastering your timing. Eventually, making people laugh will become a part of who you are, and you'll have everyone rolling with your quick wit and hilarious anecdotes. Worried you might be doing some of these unattractive things? Well, don't go anywhere, because we still have 5 more reasons girls think you're unattractive, plus the one thing guys do to look attractive that actually makes them look unattractive. So stay tuned till the end. All right, let's get back to the last 5 on our list. Number 5, you're flexing too much. We've seen it in the comments, fellas, and it's simply not true. Not every single woman you meet wants you just for your money. In fact, most girls, aka the ones who will actually like you for who you are, aren't looking for a BMW driving, bottle popping, money flashing fancy man. And if that's what you're striving to be like, we've got news for you. You probably can't pull it off, and every girl in your vicinity knows you're a fraud and thinks you're annoying. Because the thing is, it takes an extremely confident man who actually makes good money to be that type of person, and you have a ways to go before you reach that type of confidence. Of course, you're already on the path to getting there because you're watching this video and trying to improve yourself. So once you're finally sitting in that private booth with a $200 bottle of vodka, stay humble and remember where you came from. Number 4, maskless odor. Just because your high school girlfriend loved to sleep with your basketball jersey doesn't mean that every girl you meet will share that same emotional attachment. That's because developing an emotional attachment to your natural body odor takes a lot of time. And before that emotional attachment is fully developed, a girl exposed to your healthy stench is just gonna think you stink. Number 3, you're selfish with your energy. People are working longer hours than ever before, and being tired is unavoidable sometimes. But one guaranteed way to turn a girl off is to show up tired all the time. Doing so tells her one of 2 things. Either you have below average energy, or you're spending all your energy on yourself and leaving nothing for her. Both are just plain unattractive. Number 2, you put her to sleep. For this item, we want you to ask yourself a question. When you talk about yourself with a girl, what do you talk about? Do you talk about your job and go into mind-numbing detail of your daily duties? Or do you quickly get through the job nonsense and talk about something more interesting? Like that one time you thought you were about to meet Chris Pratt, but when you got closer, it turned out to be an old Asian lady. If you're not careful with what you choose to talk about when you're talking about yourself, you'll end up putting your lady friend to sleep with a boring story nobody wants to hear. Furthermore, how you tell the story is just as important as what you talk about. And if you're a monotone robot with no inflection or gusto in your words, it's time to go home and get to sleep, because your date can't wait to do the same without you. Number 1, abandon your grooming regimen. With all the facial hair and the long hair just don't care guys walking around, it's easy to get lulled into the belief that tending to your personal appearance just doesn't matter anymore. But the truth is, while a lack of grooming can be a style statement for some guys, completely abandoning your grooming regimen is one of the fastest ways to turn off any girl. So if you're going for that look, you still have to trim, pluck, and wax all the right places. Otherwise, you'll just look homeless. Alright, as promised, here's the number 1 thing guys do when trying to be more attractive that will always backfire. Now, there are a lot of things you can do to up your level of attraction, and smelling nice is one of the easiest ones, but it's also easy to announce your arrival well before anyone knows you're around, and leave a memory of yourself long after you're gone. And we don't mean in a pleasant way. So while you should definitely manage body odor as part of your daily routine, overdoing it is one of the main reasons girls think you're unattractive. Those are the 11 reasons girls think you're unattractive, and the one major mistake guys tend to make when trying to be more attractive. Thanks for watching.